So I'm going to come at this from a couple of angles, okay? One is that I don't want to tell you that I know what's in the FaZe contract, but I know the template that every esports team uses, and I have it open on my other monitor. So when I talk about Tfue's response, I'm going to be coming from an industry, contextually from an industry standpoint. And I think that I can offer some value here, hopefully. So let's break this down next. I think that's what we should do. Clicking a Reddit link and voting counts much less than finding the link naturally. Yeah, but I just don't want to. I don't want to fuck with livestream fail. I don't want to be a vote brigader. I don't want to do anything. I just want to do right by them. So I'm just not going to mess with it. I'm already really grateful because a lot of my content shows up there because you guys clip it, which is super cool. And I already reward that on my side, but I just want to stay clear to Reddit's rules. All right. Here we go. Let's break it down.
Yo, what is up, guys? I'm gonna keep this video really short and to the point. First, I want to say all the stuff about the gambling, the stunts, the drinking. I told my lawyer I did not want that in there, and he will do exactly just that. He will take it out. So that is no worries. That is out of my way. What I really want to talk about is the main point. I never wanted to upset anybody. I never wanted to bring.
So right here, I'm going to interrupt this a lot. The reason why Tfue originally submitted that complaint about the underage drinking and things like that, again, was to set a precedent about how players are being treated in esports. This video seems like, to me, that it was a highly, highly scripted video and that he seems to know exactly what he's talking about and exactly the angle that he's talking about. And he has known that and worked on this with his lawyer for an objective that we'll discuss as we go on. Just keep that in context as we go through this.
I never wanted to get anybody to get emotional because this isn't about that. This is about me and this contract. This contract that I signed when I didn't know any better. I'm an idiot. I should have never signed it in the first place. This 3-year contract. What is in this contract?
So 3 years is not crazy. And I just want to establish this right now. For esports players, 3 years is not crazy. 1 to 2 years is typical. 3 years is long, but it's not like insane, right? I've seen contracts that go up to 5 years.
It's so bizarre. It's so fucked. I wish you guys could see this thing because I can't even fathom it. This contract basically allows FaZe at any point in 3 years to just fucking take all my hard earnings and all my hard work and just strip it. Over 49%, over 79%. What is in this contract is insane, and that's not even.
So right here, this is very unclear. So what he says is this allows FaZe to seize my income at any time. Is basically what he's saying, right? I was trying to think of what kind of clause that he would be beholden to, where FaZe would be able to seize his income, and it's very hard for me to imagine what that would be. So that's one of those things that I can only ascertain after the contract comes out. As for the after that, he just says some random percentage numbers that don't mean anything.
All my hard work and just strip it. Over 49%, over 79%. What is in this contract is insane, and that's not.
So he just says some numbers, but that doesn't mean anything, right? Over 49%, over 7 of what, right? Like in what context, right? We have no idea.
Even the worst parts. And what I'm trying to do here is just serve justice to the esports community, the esports industry. These kids are getting ripped off. They're getting taken advantage of. These contracts are not okay. And
pay very close attention to this, okay? This is his actual narrative.
Justice to the esports community, the esports industry. These kids are getting ripped off. They're getting taken advantage of. These contracts are not okay, and this needs to never happen again. And there's tons of people in contracts this bad, just like me. And I'm the first person to stand up and say, this is fucked. This is not right. This is not.
Which is very clear, right? So, keep in mind, the entire thing that I've been saying from the very beginning, Tfue and his lawyer are trying to set a precedent, right? I've been saying that since the story broke literally 5 minutes in. I read the court case, and I knew that immediately, right? I've been saying that since the very beginning.
not cool. This is fucking bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. And if only you guys could see what is in this contract. I can't disclose what is within this contract, but FaZe Clan, please release the contract for the public to see. Fuck, let me show the public. Just give me permission to show these people the truth that is within this contract. That's all I really have to say. Show the fucking contract, FaZe. Release the fucking contract. Everybody, hashtag release the fucking contract. Release it, please.
So, okay.
And there's tons of people.
So I think that Tfue and the lawyer have basically figured out that they stand to get a lot of clout, and so Tfue, on Tfue's side, he's going to get a lot of popularity, and on the lawyer's side at Friedman, which is a very respectable law agency, they are going to get a shit ton of money and a shit ton of fame if they actually overturn some of the standard precedents that are set in esports contracts. And that's what their angle is. Okay, that's what they're actually after. It's really important to understand that. That's why they took this public. That's why they made a public court filing. That's why they sent a complaint to the Labor Commission. As much as Tfue says this is about me getting out of this contract, and it is, it's about him taking the win for being the sort of player arbiter, the guy that like freed all of the people from the evil rule of the esports owners, right? What he's doing is he's trying to set a new precedent for players, and like, so my position on this is that is probably great. I think Yee, thank you for the 7, man. I will never. I really appreciate it, man. The thing to remember here is that Tfue really stands to gain a lot from this, right? Because there's going to be a lot of controversy around this. So let's go. Before I kind of comment on this, let's go to what Banks said. And first of all, we're just seeing, oh my God, just more of this just hip firing. And my main criticism of this executive, if you can call him that, is just this dramatic emotional reaction stuff. Is just so unbecoming, right, of any kind of executive. So we'll just start from the top here. Turner, we offered you $1 million per year with 0% splits across the board. The only deliverable on your side was to represent FaZe Clan. To act like we didn't try to fix your situation multiple times is manipulative. Like I said, for us, this was never about the money. That's tweet number 1. And with that new contract, anything agreed to in the previous one will be nullified. You got to be kidding me. Thank you very much for the 2, man. We offered so many different solutions, all of them taking nothing, absolutely nothing from Turner. Tfue blew up and forgot where he come from. Classic clout shit. By the way, we are indeed releasing the contract. I just got off the phone with the higher-ups, and we're preparing it for you guys now. I have nothing to hide, and everything I've said throughout all this is the truth. We've tried for a straight year to come to a new agreement. I appreciate you apologizing, kind of, for the alcohol and stunt claims. This fucking image, okay? This was all a huge mistake, and we both know that. I could see it in your eyes. You didn't mean for this to go down how it did. Let's meet up while you're still in A and try to solve this. So yeah, I'll say he's still going. So yeah, I'll say again. The memes that get voted up to the top, they're just the best. So yes, I'll see it again. We are releasing the contract momentarily. This wasn't about standing up for what's right. It's manipulative to suggest that. That was about what Tfue's dad believed was in his best interest, leaving FaZe and stopping at nothing to accomplish that. I really shouldn't be on Twitter right now. Yeah, it's getting hot and fired up all over again. It's just more strategy, more lawyers talking through Tfue, script reading garbage. Why the fuck can't you just sit and round up your army and lawyers and sit to talk to me? My Snapchat is this. Okay, so last tweet, our legal team is preparing everything. We will release the contract with all the context in the world where we can. Again, all Tfue, all you had to do to accomplish this was ask me. We weren't prepared for this, so just give us some time. It's coming, thanks. So there is an enormous difference between the way that Banks is handling this problem and the way that Tfue is handling this problem. Tfue is handling this from a legal standpoint, and he's been doing that since the beginning. When this story broke, he shut up. He didn't stream. He didn't make a YouTube video. He didn't make a statement. He didn't make a tweet. FaZe, Banks, went right to the fucking presses. And what Banks did was he made this an issue about the drama, the argument, the back and forth. But from the very beginning, what I've been saying is that this is a serious legal issue. There are allegations against FaZe Banks that could shut FaZe down, at the very least, and Banks himself could go to jail for some of the shit that he has said on his YouTube channel in response to this. This is very serious allegations. So Tfue has hired a team of crack lawyers to be able to cover him through this entire thing and trust them so that when he is speaking about this, he is releasing measured statements that have his agenda, and Banks is firing from the hip. And there's only one outcome to this, right? It's just going to be over the long term as the legal battle is decided that Tfue has nowhere to go but up. And FaZe keeps demonizing himself and putting himself lower and lower because all of this is admissible in court, right? Every one of these tweets, every one of these things. And it's just like you see FaZe is doing the damage control, right? Because if you go to YouTube and you look for Tfue's skateboarding accident, which was up on YouTube yesterday with 11 million views, it's gone. It's gone. Hosted on a FaZe channel, right? It's no longer there because they understand that FaZe, at least FaZe, someone in FaZe understands that this is a serious issue that could threaten FaZe as a whole, which we have talked about at length on this channel in the last 2 days. Okay, so the way that FaZe is responding to this issue is really, really bad, and they need to shut up as fast as possible, get with a team of lawyers, and they need to talk to Tfue on that level, and this needs to be handled offline. So all of this stuff about the